Hello people, this is Self-Turts, and in this video we will learn about installing Elasticsearch and Kibana using Docker Compose. So these days Docker container have become very important thing in the market. Every application or every service that you are deploying is based on Docker container, and these Docker containers are deployed on some Docker orchestration platform like Kubernetes. So every application that you are creating, you create a Docker image for that, and then you try to create containers out of it so that you can run your application. The most important thing that I want to tell is when you deploy any service or any application using Docker, then it is platform agnostic or operating system agnostic, which means that the same configuration can be used in either Windows or macOS or Linux environment. So you do not need to change anything and all your applications will run the same way. So in this video, we'll be deploying the Elasticsearch and Kibana, and after I have created the installation YAML file, then you can use the same YAML file to spin up a Elasticsearch container or a Kibana container on any operating system, whichever you want. We have a host operating system that can be Windows, macOS or Linux. Inside the host operating system, we have a Docker environment, and this Docker environment will be created only when you have Docker installed on your system. The prerequisite for this video is you have Docker installed on your system and you have Docker Compose installed on your system. These are the two important prerequisites that is needed to follow this particular video. So inside the host operating system, we have our own Docker environment which can be created by using the Docker CLI. In the Docker environment, we'll be creating a container, and that container will be of Elasticsearch. We'll be creating another container, and that container will be of Kibana. The Elasticsearch container will have a port 9200 exposed on this so that anything inside the Docker environment can connect to this container using this port. Same way for Kibana container, we have 5601 as the port, and anyone inside this Docker environment can connect to 5601. So these two containers can talk to each other on these two ports. Now you will say that how it can be contacted outside the world. Like if some client is present on your host operating system, then how that particular client can contact this. So for that, there is something called as port forwarding, and this port forwarding connects a port on the host operating system to the Docker environment port. So we'll be connecting the 9200 port on host operating system to this Docker environment, and same way we can connect the 5601 port on this particular Kibana container. So this is random. You can keep anything 9200. It can be anything like 6000, 7000, 8000, any port, whatever you want on the host operating system. The port on the Docker environment will be same which was created when we create a Docker image. So for this, you don't need to understand for now, because the container or the image for Elasticsearch and Kibana which we will be using will have this 9200 port and 5601 port. I'll go to my IntelliJ IDEA and we'll be writing our own YAML file here. So what I'm going to do is we are creating a Docker Compose file, and from that Docker Compose file we'll be deploying our Docker containers of Elasticsearch and Kibana to the Linux environment. So my Linux environment is present here. So I have installed my Linux operating system and it is Ubuntu 18.04. So we will be installing the Docker containers here. So currently if I do Docker PS, so you see there's no container, and Docker PS-A, there's also no container. Inside the services, what I'm going to do, I'll be using the version 3.7. Now this version is basically used for the Docker Compose, that what is the syntax that you're going to use. So it will be 3.7 is the version. After that, we can define the services. I'll just copy and paste the configuration here. So I'll just come here and do a paste. So the service name is Elasticsearch. So inside the Docker environment, this particular service will be called as Elasticsearch. The image that we are using for creating this container will be docker elastic.co and Elasticsearch, and the version of the Elasticsearch is 7.4.0. You are free to use any Docker image for Elasticsearch, whichever you want, but I'm using this Elasticsearch image, that is Elasticsearch 7.4.0. You can upgrade it also if you want, but these are the configuration related to this. So you have to use this Docker image for the Elasticsearch. The name of the container is Elasticsearch, and I have given the restart always, which means if there is a crash or if you shut down your operating system and again restart it, then this container will again come up, which means it will always restart if there is some failure. Now for this Docker container, we will have some environment variable. So these are the environment variable, like we are disabling the security and we are saying that the discovery type is single node. Elasticsearch can run in a multi-cluster environment, but here we will be creating only a single node. So we are saying that the discovery type is single node. So these configurations are not important for you. You just need to understand that using this image, we can create a container. Same way, there are some U limits because Elasticsearch basically works on file. There should be more file handle so that it can handle your request. So I'm just giving it as this configuration, U limits, and the no file soft file handle and hard file handle is up to this. So you don't need to understand this. You just need to copy paste it and you need to run your Elasticsearch container. Now this is also a configuration which is needed, which you do not need to understand. Now the important configuration is your volume. So when you will create a container, so what will happen? It can restart or it can crash, but the data should be there, because suppose there is a restart of your container or if you're deleting your container, your data shouldn't be lost, which means what? The data that you are storing inside the Elasticsearch should be available even though there is some failure. So what we are doing, we are creating a volume with the name Elasticsearch data, and inside that we will be creating this user share Elasticsearch data. This path is inside the container. So this path is what we are mapping these two folders. I will rename as Elastic data volume. I'll just say volume. So this is the name of the volume. So for that we need to create the volume, and what I'm going to do, I am going to create the volume here at the bottom because I need to specify it. So I'll just say volumes, and the name of the volumes will be what? I'll just copy paste it. So Elasticsearch volume DB here. I'll come here and I'll say the driver as local. So the driver will be defined as local because we are using the local Docker environment driver for creating this volume. So volume is given for what? It is basically given for preserving your data in case there is some failure. So when this container will start, it will load the data from this volume, that is Elasticsearch data volume, inside this path of the container. Now we are exposing ports, which means what? The port inside the Docker container, that is 9200 port, is mapped to the 9200 port of the host machine, which we have seen here. So I'll again show you that this 9200 port inside the Docker container is exposed or is mapped to the 9200 port of the host operating system, and we can expose some other port also. So it is 9300. You can just remove it also if you want. If there are some other ports, you can use it. So I will be just using this 9200 port. Now this is the configuration for Elasticsearch. Same way, I'll just copy and paste the Kibana configuration so that we will not spend much time on writing the configuration. So I'll just copy and paste it. So this time the name of the service is Kibana. The container name is Kibana, which means what? When this image will be spinned up as a container or new container will be created, then the name of the container will be Kibana. And we are using this image, that is Kibana 7.4 version. So this is the version of the Kibana image, and we'll be spinning up a container based on this version. This is also restart always, which means in case of failure, it will restart. Now this environment variable is provided to Kibana so that we can say that this Kibana is connected to which Elasticsearch. So we are saying the Elasticsearch host is equal to what? HTTP elasticsearch.9200. Now you can see here the name of the container is what? Elasticsearch. So same name is given here, Elasticsearch. If here it is Elasticsearch 123, so you need to provide Elasticsearch 123 here. Internally inside the Docker environment, you can just contact between the different containers using their names. This container Kibana can connect to the Elasticsearch container using this name, that is Elasticsearch. So we have given it as Elasticsearch, and the port on which we are connecting is what? 9200, which is present here, 9200. We are exposing this Kibana application on this 5601 port. So inside the container it is 5601, and outside on the host it is also 5601. And this particular container depends on Elasticsearch, which means what? Until and unless this container has not started, it will not restart. It will not start, because suppose let's say Kibana is started but the Elasticsearch is not started. So from where the Kibana will show the data? Kibana is basically a component of the ELK stack, where this is used for only graphical user interface for querying the data on the Elasticsearch. So we have done all the configuration. I'll just try to run this one. So I'll just hit it here. So what it will do, it will connect to my remote system, that is the Linux, and it is running this particular line, that is docker compose -f and the name of the file and up -d. So -d is basically related to what? It starts the container in a daemon mode. And if you have not provided this -d or -d, then it will be started as a foreground mode where you can see the logs. I can still see the logs here, like if I come here and if I should do this, so you can see the logs are coming here. Same way, if I click it here, then you can see the logs are coming here. So one way is to use it with the IntelliJ IDEA, but if you have your own ID or if you're on the operating system and you want to run it through some command, you can just type what? Docker compose -f, the name of the file, and up -d. Now if I do docker ps, you can see there are two containers present. One is the Kibana and another is the Elasticsearch, and it was started a minute ago, and you can see the port bindings are present here. So these two containers have already started, and here in the Chrome, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say 192.168 and then the port of Kibana, that is 5601. So if I hit enter, okay, only the port, I'll just hit enter. You can see the Kibana has started, and this is the graphical user interface of Kibana. If I go to management and the index pattern, you can see there's no index pattern present here, or index management, there's no index because we don't have any data inside the Elasticsearch. So in this way, what happened? Our Kibana has started and our Elasticsearch has also started. So now this Kibana is connected to Elasticsearch. So using this simple configuration of Elasticsearch and Kibana, you can install Elasticsearch and Kibana on any operating system. It can be Windows, it can be Linux, it can be Mac operating system. Hope you like this video. Hope you like my channel. Please subscribe to my channel and please share these videos with other people. Thank you.